We are connecting to Instagram. Welcome, everyone. So, now we're ready. Also to Instagram. Did you know? I think we got Instagram. Whoops. Did you know that most leaders lead the wrong way? And did you know that according to studies, or a study by Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence is a critical skill for effective leadership. And leaders will lower EQ, struggle to emphasize with a team. And that leads to poor communication, conflict, stress, and burnout. And did you know that according to studies, more than 75% of employees say that their leaders struggle with good communication? Woo! What was that, universe? Today, we're diving in on fearless and abundance leadership, or flipping it around, leading with abundance. What is that all about? And why is it that this is not going to work today for Instagram? Why I believe, and I think, you should start prioritizing becoming more aware of how you lead. And why do I do that? Why do I believe it's so important? Not only am I in tribes, I am trained by mentors who had trained me and continue to teach me on what abundance really means. And when you tap into abundance, life really starts to be a joyful ride. You get more free time, you get overflow of energy, overflow of time. Stress leaves your body, you create more impact, you deliver greater results, and more people want to follow you. What's not to like, right? The world is really dynamic. And in our industry, there's a lot of downsizing, right sizing going on, and it's been going on for the last couple of years. So if you want to advance in your career, if you want to create or deliver greater results, if you want to create a legacy, if you want to be that role model that helps other people unleash the full potential, now it's time for you to learn about fearless and abundance leading. In our time together today, I will give you 3 mistakes that most leaders do that get them to lead the wrong way. So stay with me. This is so deep and it's so good if you lean in, right? Why do you think it's so good? It's because it will change your game. You will take your professional life and your personal life to the next level. And that's really what is at my core, is to help you elevate your life, take your life to that next level, where you can create more impact, where you can have more money so that you can take your kids to a better school, pay them for the universities abroad, go to that amazing holiday in the Bounty Islands. That's what life is really all about. But most of us have been taught the wrong way. Most of us, my body's so responding now, being taught to work hard, and that's all. This is on me. But if you look across the board, look at your friends, you go look at your family, they go to work, they trade in their life with work and get some money. And many leaders who reach out to me is asking, how come that these and these and these people have so much time, an overflow of time, and are so successful? And that's also some questions I received yesterday when I announced that I was going live today. with fearless and abundance. The thing is that they have learned to come from a place of knowingness. They're super intentional with their time in how they trade in time for results. We haven't learned that in school. We don't learn it in school. We don't learn it in business courses. But when we come from a place of being really operational, and I don't have the time to go through that today, if you want to understand what it means to go from transactional leadership to transformational leadership, you want to really understand how you spend your time. When we're transactional oriented, we look for results. And when we look for results, we're so attached to the results and we are not attached to the process. That is mistake number one. When we're not attached to the process, we miss out on the cues. We're missing out on being so present because the ego is talking. When the ego is talking, you are not coming from a place of servantship. You're coming from the place of you have to create impact. You are setting yourself up for success, but not those you serve. When we go on the other side of the spectrum, the transformational leadership, everything shifts. Because you are abundant, you allow yourself to be fearless. There is no fear when you operate from the state of abundance. When you operate as who you are, then you know. You don't believe it, because if you believe it, do you really know it? No, there's a difference. So transformational leadership is all about setting other people up for success. And it's something I wish I was taught or I knew 20 years ago when I started on my advisory consultancy or my advisory journey. It was all coming from me, from lower mediocre scarcity. Me. That is the ego. But we want to set other people up for success. What it requires, and then that's a mistake number two that people make, is that people do not dare to play big. What do I mean by that? People do not dare, out of fear of being rejected, out of fear of not being liked, out of fear of being fired, out of fear of not adapting, out of fear of being considered as arrogant, to ask those bold questions that really gets to move the needle. I would say 99% of all leaders do this the wrong way. They lead the wrong way. They focus on the results. They do not really care enough about what is the end product and what is the need. They come from a place of fear. It's fear-based leadership. And mistake number three is that they don't believe in themselves. Leadership is either a title or you actually embody it. When you embody leadership, you are here to set others up for success. When you come from base of title, then I've seen this over and over, and I've been there, is that what is this title? But when you get to pitch yourself for another job, then you start to question what I'm really good at. Why am I here? What is my life calling? Everyone else around you or your leaders have pulled you up. You have not taken control of your career. But if you pause and reclaim control of your life, then you know what you are really good at. That comes from this soul-based leadership versus other people wanting you to go somewhere else so that they can have their goals met. If you want to take your life to the next level, and I really mean taking your life to the next level, that place or that state where there is no fear, where there is no stress, where you have overflow of time, then you want to be so curious about where you hold yourself back. Those inner thoughts that no one else can see, those inner conversations, no one else can hear, no one else can maybe see but you. You can feel those stories because they hold you back. Or you show up in a way that may be a bit more aggressive because you react from past experiences. So fearless leadership, it's all about building a relationship, a so good relationship with yourself, so that you show up wanting to serve. Wanting to serve. It has nothing to do with you. It's all about setting other people up for success, right? It is so important to understand. Most people do it the wrong way. Most people lead the wrong way. Most people come from scarcity, fear of being rejected, fear of being too arrogant, and they dim their light. And as a consequence, they don't create the biggest results because they don't ask the questions that really would get the customer, internal, external customer, the client, to really think, why do I not do what I want to do? Why I'm holding back? What is it that I really need? And what is it that I'm most scared of? If you want to be that trusted advisor, you want to go there. And the only way you can go there is to come from within. Allow yourself to give yourself the permission to be powerful, right? That's where it starts. And I want you to end our time together today with 4 levels of consciousness. And I got a lot of questions and a lot of feedback on the 2 days Fearless and Abundance training. The videos are on YouTube. There's something that really hit home for those who watched day 1, and they could see how deep we went when we resumed or we connected again on day 2. But the 4 levels of consciousness is that, and this is really, really interesting. So I also invite you to go and listen to day 1 again, at least prioritize that day 1. Is that when you start off any project, and say, I'm going to do this, or you get this from the board, you say, I'm going to do it, right? And you're so over the moon. Here's the thing. You come from the place of unconscious incompetence. You have no idea how to do that. But you can say, you can do it. And I've been there so many times, right? I think we all have. Right? What happens as you start to reflect on the assignment you got? All right, how to do this? And here's the trap, ladies. Here's the trap. Most people stop and say it's too hard, it's too difficult, because then they're in conscious incompetence. They know they cannot do that. That is conscious incompetence. And here's where most people stop. And also, if you really level up your conscious awareness, and maybe at least I know my mentors say that people either have a developed mind or an undeveloped mind. What does that mean? If you are so conscious aware of what words you choose, how you show up, do you live a day well lived? Do you come from a place of servantship or place of really being ego-driven? This is not like egoistic, but it's really like the ego, right? In here is all for me, see what I've done. If you do not develop those skills to build your consciousness, like emotional intelligence, then you will forever get stuck in building your competency. I'm not sure, I was 6 seconds. But here, with the conscious incompetence, is that when you develop your mind, that was it, closing the loop. When you develop your mind, and you get your mind to work for you, and you really know like the words that people choose, are they aware that they are conscious incompetence, or how much they want to break through these patterns, right? Then you have the awareness. And then you say, I'm going to do it anyway. There is this sport coach and they say, oh, what the heck, let's do it anyway. That's what the winners do. We do it anyway. I'm going to lean in. We want to have new competencies how to do that, right? And then we're going into the knowing phase. And here's where most leaders get stuck, right? And I was training that. So I'm really going to day one, last week. Because most leaders, like when I, for example, reach out to people and invite them in for private training, I know that what I do now can transform your life in less than 30 minutes. That's how it is, right? But people say, maybe out of scarcity, I don't know, but I know, right? The thing is here, when you hear someone say, I know, well, that's good. They know, but they do not embody it. When you want to truly come from a place of abundance, of fearless leadership, you know how to do it. You know what it is to be fearless. You know what authenticity really means. You know that it's about being vulnerable, about standing in your power, speak power to truth with authenticity and integrity. That's your embodied being a fearless leader. And that requires commitment. It requires dedication. It requires really that you start to understand yourself on where you fall short, right? We all fall short. We all have these limiting beliefs of the imposters. Question is, are you allowing your limiting beliefs and your imposter to control you? Or do you want to take control of your life? Everything is possible. It's a matter of choice. If you want to learn more about fearless and abundance, then I have an opportunity for you. On Thursday, I'm hosting an event. It's a lunch event where if you're based in Europe, and it's a breakfast event if you are based on the East Coast. I called it the Abundance and Fearless and Abundance Bootcamp, Leadership Bootcamp. We will dive deep on what it really means to be fearless, and some simple steps that you can apply right after the lunch break or right after your morning break, so that you can go into your business or in your business and make even more impact, right? Impact is for ego, but greater results, that's what you set other people up for success. If this resonates with you, DM me. We're just creating the sign-up page as we are having this live. Some people are already signed up. We have a few seats because this is exclusive. It's only those who are really ready to take their career and their lives to the next level, right? But DM me, I would love to have you. And also, we have another opportunity, and that is, we have actually quite a series of opportunities coming over the next couple of weeks. But today we are meeting again in the Trusted Advisor Accelerator group. If you want to have help, if you want help on how you can go from transactional leadership to transformational leadership where you get stuck, then Trusted Advisor Accelerator, that community is for you. I designed it for you. It is really deep. It's in the moment help. It may be a bit of theory, but it's this theory that will help you shift your game. So here are two opportunities. DM me if you want to have more details, and also where you can sign up. We'd love to invite more people in. We don't have so many. We only have a few seats left, but we're welcoming those who are really ready to take their life and their career to the next level, because it not only impacts you, right, but it impacts your family. Your family will have more freedom. You'll be happier, you'll be healthier, you'll create greater results because you're more fulfilled, and you have a more meaningful life. And you set your team members up for success and your clients, your customers. It's a big win-win when you learn, for example, the 4 levels of consciousness. So with this, what are you going to do? I have identified practices on how you can take your life to the next level. And I now know where I go. And my clients, like today, I've been working with them over the weekend. And today, a couple of my clients are leaning into the edge. Now my daughter's here. And they are showing up. And they are taking their game to the next level. So my question to you is, how are you taking your game to the next level? If you like this live stream, let me know what you like the most. And remember to DM me if you want to join one of our amazing opportunities. Lunch morning break coming up on Thursday, and Trusted Advisor. I would love to have you there. So with this, I'm forever grateful that we connected, and look forward to next time. Bye for now.